Hey YouTube, it's your boy Widgie here, coming at you with some more Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition. And I'm continuing my standard BO build order sort of series that I've been doing, and we're going to be looking at Russia today. And I've got to say, guys, a big caveat, I'm still learning Russian myself, but I have been going over, reviewing various build orders, and I've sort of come across a consensus of what is the standard build order. I'm going to be demonstrating this to you here. 90% of it is going to be crisp, I'm not going to lie. There's a few mistakes that I make here and there, but hopefully you get a rough idea of what the standard build order is for this civilization. So Russia is a very rush-centric civ, and 95% of the time you're going to be playing in H2 and putting some pressure on your opponent. So the first thing you're going to do is go ahead, collect your crates, build a house, and then you're going to be going straight onto the hunts, herding to the TC as best as you can. And whilst you're doing that, your explorer here, Dmitry Kanov, oh my god, is going to be going around the map and collecting treasures. Now, I'm not going to be collecting any treasures in this. I don't do this when I do the standard build order because it depends. Like, sometimes certain treasures may change certain ways that you do your build order slightly, and it sometimes is dependent on the treasures and also timings and stuff like that. So I just keep that completely separate. I don't collect any treasures, so you most likely will get a quicker age up time than myself here, but let's just see how this goes. So we didn't have the best herd here. The herds weren't playing very nice with me at the moment, so they've kind of gone off to the south here, which is not ideal. But really, the way that the treasures work here, now sometimes you can get a market. You can build a market and get hunting dogs in age 1, which costs you 100 wood for the market, and then 50 wood and 50 gold for the hunting dogs, which is going to give you an upgrade to your food income. And getting that earlier can be better, but once again, I would only really recommend doing that if you get a nice treasure or treasures from your explorer. So the first card that we're going to be getting is Distributivism. Now I'm going to be showing the 1v1 deck right now for you, and this is kind of like the standards. You can have maybe an anti-water deck where you switch out a couple of cards for a few military shipments or military naval shipments, but we're not going to be doing that. Do you see that? Look at those both herds. They were terrible. I shot them from the back and they went to the left and one went to the right. So a really unfortunate herding here at the start. So you can definitely get a quicker age up than myself here, but the first card is going to be Distributivism, which gives you a wood trickle of 1.25, and this is really crucial. And the reason it is mainly because of the fact that you don't have any Vil shipments anyway in age 1, and also the Distributivism is so good because it just helps you get that extra house that you might need, or to get that extra Strelitz batch. So we do see the age up is on right now. We're aging up just around 3 minutes 10. As I say, you can probably do that a little bit earlier than what I've done right there. And we're going to be aging up with the Quartermaster. So you're going to get 400 wood from this. And pretty much the standard thing with Russia, everyone will tell you, is 3 Vils on gold, and then pretty much the majority of wood, maybe 1 or 2, going out and grabbing the herds, because this is really important. As Russia, you train units in batches. I'm not going to go into too much depth about Russia. I'm just going to be specifically showing you this build order, but it's really important that you have a high food economy with Russia, because you need to be constantly training your batches of settlers and also your batches of military units as well. So this is going to be really crucial. This gold is also going to be used to get your hunting dogs, because you are going to be putting a market down when you get into age 2. So all you need to do here is just simply start herding, as you can see. And the next thing you want to do, which I've already done here, which I've completely missed, is 3 settlers need to peel off from your main base, and I suggest around maybe 190 wood, something like that. When you've collected 180, 190 wood, take 3 Vils from your base, ideally from the wood that they're collecting, and you're going to be wanting to build a blockhouse in a forward position. Now, blockhouse positioning is a big thing. I would suggest either near a TP, near a hunt, or near a gold mine. One of the two, but always make sure that you try and put the blockhouse either in the middle of the map or on your opponent's side. That's the best thing. Either in the middle as a minimum, or the opponent's side is ideal, because you really want to start to secure the map. And also it means your troops can just get quicker to the enemy base and you can apply that pressure. So you can see here that I am now building a house. That's what you need to do in transition as well. You need to just chop for the house and the blockhouse, and that is it. That's all you need to do, and then just maintain your herding, as you can see here. Just continue to bring your extra herds that you've got in, and just keep those 3 vils on gold, because they are going to be there so that you can immediately train your first musket batch. The minute I've aged up, what I'm going to be doing from the blockhouse is I'm immediately going to be getting my first musketeer batch here. And then the first card in age 2 is 5 Cossack. So we are doing the 5 Cossack 700 wood opening, which is one of the most standard openings, and that's what most people will call it. And what you want to do when you age up, you get 400 wood. I suggest putting down another house and then going for a market and then going for hunting dogs. That is what I suggest. And then you're going to be building your next military building with the rest of the wood. Now, if I pause one more time, and I'm pausing quite a bit, apologies, but we need to think about what secondary military building we're going to be building. Okay, are we going to be building a blockhouse? Or are we going to be building something else like a stables? Now, it depends on what your opponent is producing. If you see your opponent put a barracks down, it's ideal that you kind of want to build a blockhouse, because there's a high percentage or a high chance that you're going to be needing to create some more strelets. If they put a stables down first, I suggest going for a stable. So you have a blockhouse and a stable, so the Cossacks can sort of, you know, go 1-to-1 with the cav more, and it's just more of a buffer as well for your musketeers and your strelets, because Russia do very, very poorly against cav civs. So if there's any heavy cav being played in age 2 against Russia, they will struggle quite hard, even if you have your musketeer units, because Russia's musketeers are called ruskets, essentially. That's the name for them, because they are actually weaker versions of the normal musketeer. So you can see here now that I'm getting the blockhouse down. I could have got that blockhouse potentially here. That would have been a nice spot, but unfortunately I didn't. I put it back here just to be a little bit more defensive, but that would be a great opportunity here, because you can secure the hunt and the gold mine. So that's a good second blockhouse position. And you can see that I'm getting hunting dogs now from the market. And all you need to do is just keep these vils on gold right here, the 3 vils. Don't take them off. Keep them on. Your main aim here is to really try and keep villager production. It's really, really crucial. And I know some of you will start to have this conflict that I had when I was playing Russia first, which is you want to keep creating military units, which means that you're actually going to, your settler production is going to suffer. And if it suffers early on, it's going to suffer way worse later into the game, because you're going to have fewer settlers overall. You're going to have a poor economy. You're going to have lots of military buildings, but you're not going to be able to have enough resources to actually produce military units. So ideally at the start, when you first age up, sacrifice a batch of villagers. Get your first batch of musketeers, but after the first batch, you kind of want to constantly be creating settlers. And I know it can be difficult. It's a very macro-centric civ, this. It can be quite difficult to get a hold of Russia and understand them, and I'm still learning. Trust me, guys. I'm still learning this civ, and they are actually quite difficult. Trust me. 700 wood now coming in. So we went for the 5 Cossacks, 700 wood. We've got that in. When that comes in, there's many options that we can do, and I'll explain that when it does arrive. So the computer here doing a pretty good job. Going to be trading the Chukanu with my Musk, which is not ideal for me. So my Cossacks are going to be coming round and are going to be countering that quite well. I'm going to just move some of my musketeers back so they're not in the way there. And we're going to be clearing that up quite well and maintaining pressure. So if we look back at the base here, what do we have? We do still have the settler in queue, which is great. And we've got another musketeer batch. And now the 700 wood is coming in. So 700 wood arrives. What do we do? It's a lot of wood, and there's a lot of options that we can do. The best thing is to build a third military building. Now, most of the time, that is going to be a stable. It's going to be a stable, and then you're going to have that option then to start creating Cossacks. And what you also want to do is build a couple of houses, and there's the option of starting to take the TP line. What we are going to do is get steel traps. Steel traps is so important. The minute 700 wood comes in, steel traps. And the issue here is there's 2 ways you can get the coin to get steel traps, and you can transfer a few more vils over to gold, so 2 or 3 more, so you can quickly mine it and get it, and then transfer them back to food. Or you can actually sell the wood if you want to cheekily get the amount that you need for steel traps. It's entirely up to you. So we do have a small amount of troops at the moment, but trust me, it will start to build up with Russia, and we're just constantly keeping that villager production here. So you can see we've got quite a few now, 9 on gold, a little bit too much, but we are going to really try and push. I'm taking 3 off there, so I'm keeping 6 now on the gold. so that we can slowly get, and there you go, I've already got it in there. Look, steel traps are now coming in. And now I've got 700 coin. That's going to be your next card. And the 700 coin is going to go, it's going to slot in perfectly to the creation here of your stables. So the minute your stables is up, you're going to have the coin available to start producing further Cossacks and Musketeers. So that's the main composition that we're going for, is Cossack, Musketeer, sprinkled in with a bit of Strelet, depending on how much wood we have. So once again, it's tricky to macro. It's tricky to macro adjust your composition, but just focus mainly on Cossack Musk and with the, you know, every now and then with a few Strelet batches, and that's how you're going to play, essentially, most of the time. So now the stables is up. We've got another batch of Musketeers, another settler batch coming in. Now we're going to face a little bit more resistance from the computer player here. Nothing that we can't clear up with a few Cossacks. And also remember, try and use your Cossacks to constantly scout, raid. You can see my vision here. I've scouted the majority of the map. Cossacks are really nice. You don't want to lose them too early on. Don't throw them away. Try and don't throw them away like I'm about to here. Look at this. We seem to be okay here. Quite lucky. But yeah, you want to use the Cossacks to scout around your enemy base. See if you can pick off anybody that hasn't gone to the TC. Any straggler vills like those two there would be great for the Cossack. All these things. So it's a lot of, it's very intense, very, very intense. And it's very difficult to macro for the Civ. I know I keep saying it, but it is, guys. And it's going to take some while for you to get the hang of. So bear with it. Now the next card is going to be Force Cossacks. This can be whatever you want. If we have a quick look at the deck, I've gone for 5 Cossack, 700 wood, 700 gold, and now the next option, there's an option, there's many ways you can go about it. You can go for food, so you can just be safe in producing a lot of units. You can go for another wood shipment, and you can maybe build upon the TP line if you haven't already. And you could go for like a Strelet upgrade or potentially Boyers. I would probably go for either the Strelet upgrade here would be really nice, or going for some extra wood. That's what I would suggest. And now we do have further Cossacks coming in. 4 Cossacks coming in now. And we're just going to keep maintaining pressure on the enemy base. And always use your Cossacks. Cossacks do actually have quite high siege, 15 siege. I mean, one Strelet has 7, but a Cossack has 15. So it's not too bad. I mean, Musketeer only has 16. So don't be afraid to use them to actually siege buildings. But their main use is to scout around the base, try and find any straggler vills, any vills that they've kind of tried to squirrel away somewhere. Make sure you pick them up and you raid effectively. So more Musketeers and also more Cossacks from the stable coming in. And there you go. Look, another villager in queue. Constant villager production. Make sure you keep doing that, because otherwise you will fall behind as Russia. Your tempo will drop off. You won't have the eco, and then you'll slowly just burn out. So it's really crucial that you keep up with your villager numbers. Moving in now, going to start to siege the main TC here. There are a few Chukanus that I don't know about. I'm just sort of moving. I don't really know. I think I've got my eye off the ball here. Yeah, I'm deciding what I'm going for. I'm going to be going for 13 Strelets. And now more Musketeers coming out. And look, I have the opportunity, the space here to get a Strelet. And there it is. It's going in. Strelet's going in. Probably got a little bit too many vills on gold here, to be honest, for what I'm doing. So just think about that as well. If you are just doing pure Musk and Cossack, then that's probably fine. If you want to have a few Strelets, then take a few of these off and start putting them on wood so that you can maintain that, because Strelets use a lot of population, so you're going to need the wood for houses. So there you go. Just going to be sieging the TC. Strelets popping out. More Musks on the way. And yeah, I am racking up a little bit of gold there, but it's not the end of the world. And he's popped some Kiang Pikemen on me. And I'm just going to continue to siege. Why not? And that's pretty much it, guys. All you need to do is just focus on your herding a lot as well, so you can see here. Also, later on in the game, when you get your 600 wood shipment, you can use that to produce more blockhouses on the map. Blockhouses are great for securing hunts and gold mines because your villagers can garrison in the blockhouse. So don't always think that you can only build the 2 here. You can just start to spread out on the map. You can build another blockhouse here. You can secure these hunts. And also it gives you the vision that you need as well. And also the safety of your vills because they can garrison in them. So that is a quick breakdown of the standard build order known as the 5 Cossack 700 wood. It's pretty straightforward when you watch it. When you watch people do it, it looks straightforward. But trust me, guys, there's a lot of timing involved, a lot of macro decisions, and also quite a bit of APM with the herding of the herdables. You got to get them in, and also the raiding as well. So trying not to lose your Cossacks. So always using your Cossacks to dip in and out of the enemy base. Just be a real nuisance. Buy yourself time. Get yourself map control. Get that economy rolling with constant settler production, apart from the minute you get into age 2. So apart from when you get into age 2, go for your first batch of musks. Don't worry about producing a settler. Then the minute that batch is out, settler production all the way. Do not forget about it. I know you might think you want to go for more military, but keep the settler production on tap. Right, guys, I hope you really enjoyed that. Let me know down in the comments below if I missed anything, if I didn't do anything too well. And of course, I appreciate all your advice, further commentary, any amendments that you think need to be made to this, let me know in the comments below. And I'm sure people wanting to find out a standard BO will find it very useful. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next video or the next stream. Peace out.